and all the rap.
You going? Yeah. Cool. So for those of you that don't know what the NAMM show is, we talk a lot about it. It's the National Association of Musical Merchants.
It's the National North American Musical Merchants trade show in Anaheim, California.
And it's one of the largest trade shows for musical instruments in the world. It's in January every year at the Anaheim Convention Center, and it's where we go and have artists come in and sign and meet kids and show off our drums, and we develop and build new product that we're gonna sell throughout the year and come up with some crazy eye-catching drums that's really gonna catch people's attention at the show. And it's just really the funnest, coolest trade show and hang ever. The NAMM show is the best and the worst thing ever. If you're in the industry, you know what I'm saying by the worst. It is just mayhem leading up to the NAMM show, during the NAMM show, post NAMM show. It's really the milestone to kick off your year in a really big way. New products, marketing, artist signings, really making a splash out there in the industry. Dealers from around the world come out and check out your new products. You know, the name of the game, obviously, in any business is to write up sales. For us, it's always been a way to connect with our consumers and the SJC family and our artists and bring everybody together. Everybody's there, from the industry all the way to the artists. It's in Los Angeles, Anaheim, California. So it's easy to get to. It's so much for a small company like us being all the way in Massachusetts. Shipping heavy crates across the country is super expensive and time consuming. But it is the funnest thing ever, man. Like it's not even NAMM 2019 yet, and we're already working on and designing for NAMM 2020. So it really just keeps kind of your cadence calendar going for the year. And I don't know, NAMM in a nutshell for me is just a very hectic, crazy, fun, exciting, inspiring, and motivating weekend, and really just sets up the year. So I'm excited for it. I can't wait. See you in California, NAMM cases. Come on, get there safe. Ups and downs with NAMM, gosh, there's so many. The ups, it's awesome. Seeing kids and drummers and artists and customers walk by your booth at the NAMM show and see your product and the setup, if it's the first time or the 50th time seeing an SJC drum, watching their eyes light up and seeing the excitement that the things that we came up with and crafted here in Massachusetts bring them joy, and have them be like, how did you do that? How did you even think of that? Like, that sounds so good, or that looks so good. Seeing that is the coolest thing ever. Making the connection with our drummers, whether we've known them forever, just seeing them at the show and saying what's up, or meeting new drummers for the first time and introducing them to the company and telling them what we're all about. It's so fun. Like, that is what it's all about for me, developing relationships and showing, you know, our craft and our product that we're so proud of. These drums truly are built with passion, and our drummers play them with pride. That's our tagline, but we really live and breathe it every single day. And the NAMM show is just the culmination of all of that. Special moments in NAMM history. We've done the show 10 or 11 times now, and so I was just a kid when we started, and really had no idea what I was doing. So for the first year that we ever went, I didn't know how to ship, you know, 10 drum kits and 30 snare drums to California in an efficient way. So we just rented a budget truck and drove out there, and a couple of us flew. And then I was out there and I was like, wow, maybe we should just drive it all, like everybody go together. So I bought an old airport shuttle bus, and we built benches and beds in it. And so there was like 10 of us driving from Massachusetts to California and back. And I mean, you can imagine hanging out with some of your best friends on a road trip from Massachusetts to California for 5 or 6 days. The memories and the laughs and just the humor and the crazy, silly, stupid things that happen. Memories, you know, that will last a lifetime for me and, you know, me and the crew that used to do that trip.
A bunch of stuff yesterday, so.
Not cool. I think it's awesome, but I smell.
Hey, pretty.
We're keeping moving.
This is us. This is who we are. Hey, what's up?
One one of the guys on the way home got pneumonia, and how we had to detour and drop him off at the emergency room so that he could get fluids and IVs and stuff like that. Just crazy stuff. And like, that's the history of SJC that we're really proud of, because those types of things, we've built memories and we've built these stories that we tell that are more than just the drums. You know, the drums are the product that we're building, and like the amazing instrument that we take such pride and passion, you know, putting the blood, sweat, and tears into. And that literally, drums allow us to see the country and see the world, and to meet some of our favorite drummers and our favorite artists that, you know, I've met at the NAMM show. I met Jay Weinberg for the first time at the NAMM show, I don't even know, 9 years ago maybe. Brendan Steinekert was there and he introduced us. A week later, Jay and I got on a phone call, and he's been playing SJC ever since. So just really great relationships and bonds, and just great things happen at the NAMM show that we're all so proud of and happy to be a part of.
How has NAMM changed for you and changed for the company over the years?
That's a good question, man. From the beginning of just this company, we've always tried to build the coolest, most eye-catching drums and work with the coolest people and do the coolest collaborations. So that's always been like my laser focus. And it's no different this year, 2019 NAMM, as opposed to like 2008 or 2009 NAMM when we did it. So it's changed a little bit in the fact that, you know, like we're a little bit older now. I'm a dad, and like my son comes out there with me, and so I'm not out every night drinking and falling downstairs, and only Brendan Steinekert would get that one. Like, I fell down a flight of stairs because, not from drinking, I was just so exhausted and stressed. I got a hotel room on the first floor from the second floor, and me and him were gonna split it, and my legs gave out, and I literally fell down the stairs. And like, everyone thought like a truck ran into a garbage can or something like that. It was so loud. But like, just being crazy and that type of stuff where I'm not really like thinking clearly and allowing myself to get to that exhausted stage. Just personally, you know, I'm trying to be more mindful of like going to bed on time and like eating well and taking care of my body so that I'm up and ready and laser focused at the NAMM show, which I always was, but I would just kind of come in a little bit later or be hungover and tired, and you're gonna lose your voice regardless, you're gonna be stressed out regardless, but just kind of like having that laser focus and taking care of myself. And it's really cool, like having Zach out. Zach will work out in the morning, so I'll go in the garage at the Airbnb that we're staying at and work out with him and like get the blood pumping so that we're ready for the show. It's just a little bit different, where it's all still very creative and positive and fun. It's just a little bit more adult, I guess you can say, where we're like cooking, barbecuing at the Airbnb and like going to bed at 10 o'clock instead of going out and walking around Disneyland until 2 a.m. and drinking. So, and we're not driving. We're actually shipping our gear. Yes, that's actually a major difference. We're not driving and being not reckless, but just wasting time and driving a bus that's going to break down. We're shipping all of our gear, and we have road cases made that actually turn into our booth, which we designed and got made a few years ago, which is the best thing ever, because when Freeman comes and takes your empty cases or boxes and puts them in the back, Sunday night, you're literally sitting there waiting for Freeman to bring the empties back so you can pack up and get out of there. We just close up our booth and we're out of there within an hour. So we're saying peace to everybody around us, you know, and getting dinner and going to sleep pretty early that night when everybody's out there until like 1 or 2 a.m. Or we're not running across the street and loading out on Catella or Southwest Street, whatever that is, on the other side of the convention center, and almost getting hit by a car while we load out our $2,000 drums into the trailer. So, and we're actually we're not doing that, which means that we're not accidentally throwing a bass drum box away that definitely had a bass drum in it. And
I love how you all think that happened. I love it. And you weren't even with me. No one was.
and was gone forever and ended up on eBay in Mexico 6 months later. So we're not doing all those stupid things, which is awesome. And that helps keep my noggin positive and focused on designing the next year's NAMM show.
How do you feel like progress-wise for like the next few years for like NAMM and for the company?
Yeah, man, I'm wicked excited for the next few years of this company. I'm honestly looking at 2019 as like our first year in business, which is weird. I was just talking about this. We recently had Dan from Panic at the Disco come to the shop, and making such a big move into a big facility and having a beautiful showroom and having great staff and awesome products and everything. Like, people from the outside, he was saying, he's like, it seems that a lot of other companies would be complacent and be happy with this. Like, cool, this is awesome, we're gonna ride the wave. Where for us, we're like, okay, this is really just the beginning. This is the tip of the iceberg. We finally got, you know, everything in motion and all the gears in sync, and like, we're good to go. So we're really fired up and excited for the next few years to really build off of the foundation that we've built, you know, in 2018 coming into 2019. So we're just scratching the surface with our ideas and the activations and the workshops and events that we're doing with Vans and the Loads of the Craft Tour, the product that we're gonna be releasing at the NAMM show. I've got a 10-page document of ideas and products, and I know these guys in the manufacturing area do as well. So just excited. That's really it, man. Just passionate, excited, inspired, motivated. We've got a lot of really cool new ideas that we just keep building off of. And the funnest part is that there's no end in sight. Like, we're constantly getting feedback and great, you know, testimonials and reviews and ideas from our drummers on the road and our customers, our friends in the industry. So we're not stopping anytime soon, that's for sure. Cool? National Association of Music Merchants. That's what I said, right?
Yeah.